Hello friends, again I am explaining here the examples depending on binomial distribution, and I have sure that it will definitely help you in your preparation for the board examination, and it will more score for your examination as well as for the CET examination. Simultaneously, I am teaching on an academy platform for the Mathematics 1 and Mathematics 2. I had completed the course of the Mathematics 1 and Mathematics 2 live lectures on an academic platform, and also I am taking the live lectures for the MSD After this video, there are some PowerPoint slides of an academy, and if you like it, you can take its subscription, and if you apply my promo code, that is our sir, then you will get the 10% off. Thank you. An academy. Let's crack MSD with an academy. Get your subscription today. Use code sir for 10% off. जर तुम्ही माझा हा प्रोमो कोड वापरला तर त्यामध्ये तुम्हाला 10% डिस्काउंट मिळेल आणि निश्चितच यामध्ये ही सर्व फी देखील कमी आहे. मी सर्व लाईव्ह लेक्चर्स यावर शिकवत असतो अनअकॅडमीच्या प्लॅटफॉर्मवरती M1 आणि M2 साठी, आणि सीईटीच्या प्रिपरेशनसाठी सर्व चॅप्टर्सची रिव्हिजन त्यामध्ये होत असते. 11 स्टँडर्डचा 20% पण अभ्यासक्रम यामध्ये कव्हर झालेला असतो. नेक्स्ट, अनअकॅडमी फीचर्स. Learn live from the comfort of your home. Unlimited access to all courses. Top educators of India on one platform. Exhaustive coverage of syllabus. Regular doubt clearing session. Live test series. Study material in PDF form. Answer writing session पण त्यामध्ये असते. Benefit of the MSD CET subscription. Mentorship and the guidance. 30 plus top educators. 20 plus batches. Test series, daily practice problems, full length mock test with the analysis, 2000 plus lesson, quizzes at regular intervals for the self-analysis. These are the featured educators. Okay. Now the next is a batch courses on March 1st. Okay. These are the batches and the ongoing batch courses. Okay. मॅरेथॉन स्पेशल क्लास सिरीज पण इथे दाखवलेली आहे, यामध्ये तुम्ही जॉईन होऊ शकताय. टेस्ट सिरीज डेली T20, प्रत्येक सब्जेक्ट आणि डेज तिथे दिलेला आहे. सीईटी साठीचा पोर्शन इथे दिलेला आहे. फिजिक्स तुम्ही स्क्रीनशॉट काढून बघू शकताय. नेक्स्ट इज अ biology and the chemistry. Last is mathematics. Okay. Plan for 1 month 1500, and if you apply the code, that is Vasan sir, you will get the 10% off. Okay, this is the code you can apply. Okay. निश्चितच तुम्हाला ते आवडलेलं असेल तर तुम्ही निश्चितच याचं सबस्क्रिप्शन घ्या आणि बोर्डाच्या परीक्षेमध्ये ॲज वेल ॲज सीईटी मध्ये देखील तुम्हाला चांगले मार्क्स मिळू शकतील. थँक्यू. Now let us start the next question. A fair coin is tossed 8 times. Find the probability that it shows heads exactly 5 times. At least one. Okay. Now here the given. What is given? Let capital X is equals to number of heads capital X is equals to number of heads. P is equals to probability of getting heads okay. Therefore P is equals to 1 upon 2. The value of p is equals to 1 upon 2. And therefore q is equals to 1 minus p, and that is equals to 1 minus 1 upon 2 is equals to 1 upon 2. And therefore q is equals to 1 upon 2. Now here given n is equals to 8. We have given that n is equals to 8. That is, the coin is tossed the 8 times. Okay. Therefore n is equals to 8. And that's why x follows the binomial distribution a and p. That is, the value of n is 8 and p is 1 upon 2. Okay. Next, the PMF of capital X is given as PMF of the capital X is given as P of capital X is equals to small x, and that is equals to P of X is equals to n C x into P raised to x into Q raised to n minus x. Okay, that is here P of x is equals to 8 C x into the value of P is 1 upon 2 into x, and here it is a 1 upon 2 8 minus x. Okay, where the value of x is equals to 0, 1, 2 up to 8. Okay. Now, what is the first question? Exactly 5 times. Exactly the 5 times, and therefore the first is, that is P, probability, exactly 5 heads. 5 heads, and that is equals to P of capital X is equals to 5. P of capital X is equals to 5. That is, in short notation, P of 5 is equals to 8C5 1 upon 2 raised to 5 into 1 upon 2 raised to 8 minus 5. That's, you will get 3. And therefore here 8C5 1 upon 2 raised to 5 into 1 upon 2 raised to 3, and overall you will get here that is equals to, okay, 8C5. Now 8C5 can be written as 8 factorial upon 8 minus 3 factorial, 8 minus 5, that is the 3 factorial into 5 factorial. And next is 1 upon 2 raised to 5, 1 upon 2 raised to 3 means what? 1 upon 2 raised to 8, and 1 upon 2 raised to 8 means what? You will get here, that is 256, 2 raised to 5, okay, into 1 upon 2 raised to 3. That is, overall it is 8, and its value is 256, and therefore if we evaluate this, that is 8 into 7 into 6 into 5 factorial. Okay, next is a 3 factorial, that is 3 into 2, 5 factorial into 1 upon 256, and this 5 get cancelled, 2 into 3 get cancelled. Okay, then you will get here, that is a 8 into what is it, 7. Okay. Next here 8 into 7, and this divided by 256, and again there simplification, 8 1, 8 3 that is a 24, and then 2, that is equals to 7 upon 32. Therefore P of, there is a capital X is equals to 5, is equals to, you can give this division, and after simplification you will get here 2 1 8 7 and 5. हे तुम्ही करू शकता, it depends on you. Hence the probability of getting 5 heads, probability of getting 5 heads is 0.21875. Okay. Now the next part. What is the next? At least one. It shows that at least one head. Now this is the second one. Here. Second part. Probability of, this is the getting head at least one, at least once. Okay, and that is equals to P of capital X is greater than or equal to 1 is equals to 1 minus P of capital X is equals to 0. So, P of capital X is greater than or equal to 0 plus P of X is equals to 0, and overall its probability is 1. Therefore, the probability getting at least 1, that is no head, 1 minus no head. Therefore, here you will get 1 minus P of 0. No head वाली probability काय करायची तर आपण minus करू. Then you will get 1 minus 8C sub 0 1 upon 2 whole bracket raised to 0 and 1 upon 2 8 minus 0. Okay, and then after simplification here you will get 1 minus 8C0 is 1 and in bracket you will get 1 upon 2 and this bracket raised to 8. Okay, and that is equals to 1 minus 1 upon 256, and that is equals to 255 upon 256, and hence therefore the probability of this capital X greater than or equal to 1, that is equals to 0.996, this division. Okay, that is a 255 upon 256. Hence you can write here hence the probability of getting heads at least once is 0.996. Okay, let's see this question once again. A fair coin is tossed 8 times. Find the probability that it shows head exactly 5 times at least once. Exactly 5 times is it the first find out the value of P, Q, N is equals to 8. Exactly 5 times. Use the formula. Put X is equals to 5. With the calculation. Next, at least once means what? P of capital X is greater than or equal to 1. That is equals to 1 minus P of 0. P of X is equals to 0. Substitute the value and you will get here the answer. Now here is the question, second question, next question. The probability that a person who undergoes a kidney operation will be required is 0.5. Find the probability that the 6 patients who undergo similar operations, none will recur, half of them will recur. Okay, now let us start here. Let capital X is equals to the number of patients who require from operation okay. Next is a P, that is equals to probability the probability that a person require from kidney operation okay, and therefore here that is a P is equals to 0.5 is equals to 5 upon 10 is equals to 1 upon 2. What about the Q? Q is equals to 1 minus P, and that is equals to 1 minus 1 upon 2 is equals to 1 upon 2. Okay, we have given that is how many patients are there given. N is equals to 6. N is equals to 6, and therefore X follows the binomial distribution 6 and 1 upon 2. Okay, therefore the PMF of capital X is given as Okay, probability mass function. Here the P of capital X is equals to P of capital X is equals to small x, and that is equals to NCX P raised to X into Q raised to N minus X. That is P of X is equals to 6Cx 1 upon 2 raised to X 1 upon 2 raised to 6 minus X. Okay, and here after simplification you will get 6Cx and 1 upon 2 whole bracket raised to 6, where the values of x is 0, 1, 2 up to the 6. It is number of the patient. Now here the first we want to find out, that is the none will recur, that is x is equals to 0. The first part A, P, none will recur, that is P of capital X is equals to 0, that is P of 0. Okay, therefore here we write that is equals to, okay, instead of this, that is equals to 6C0 1 upon 2 raised to 6, that is 1 into 1 upon 2 raised to 6 means what? This is the 1 upon 64, that is 64. You can simplify this or find out its a reciprocal of, and that's a reciprocal. It's a reciprocal. It comes to be 0.15625. You can find out by using the logs. Okay. Hence the probability that none of the patient will recur is 0.015625. Okay, this is the first one. What about the next? Now the next part is, what is that? Half of them will recur. Half of them will recur. That is the P probability in bracket half of them will recur. Okay, and that is equals to P of capital X is equals to 3 is equals to P of 3. Okay, and here it is a 6C3 and 1 upon 2 and whole bracket is to 6, because we have calculated its value 6. 1 upon 2 bracket is to 6. and that is a 6 factorial upon 6 minus 3 factorial into 3 factorial into 1 upon 2 raised to 6 means what? It is a 64. Now this 6 factorial can be written as 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 factorial, and this divided by 3 factorial into 3 into 2 into 1 into 1 upon 64. Now here 3 factorial and 3 factorial get cancelled. 3 into 2 6 and this 6 get cancelled. And here you will get, that is a 5 into 4 upon 64. And after calculation you will get here, that is a 5 upon 60. This is the 5 upon 60. And its a calculation comes to be, that is a 0.3125, and hence the probability that half, LF, half of the patient, will require is 0.31, it's a 25. Okay, and this one we have completed this question, easy question. Now we'll see the next question. Now the next question, an insurance agent insures the lives of 5 men, all of the same age and in good health. The probability that a man of this age will survive the next 30 years is known to be 2 upon 3. Find the probability that in the next 30 years at most 3 men will survive. Okay. Now this is also a question that asked in the board examination, which is the March 13. March 30. Okay. Now let capital X is equals to number of men who survive the next 30 years. Okay. P is equals to probability that the man will survive the next 30 years. Okay. Number of the men who survive the next 30 years, and X is equal to the number of the men who survive the next 30 years, and P the probability that the man who will survive the next 30 years. Okay. Now P is equals to, we have given its a probability. Its a value is a 2 upon 3. It's a given. Therefore, Q is equals to 1 minus P, that is a 1 minus 2 upon 3, and that is equals to 1 upon 3. And therefore, Q is equals to 1 upon 3. Now given here, N is equals to 5. N is equals to 5. Therefore, X follows the binomial distribution 5, and the value of P is 2 upon 3. Okay. And here we'll have the PMF. The PMF, probability mass function, on capital X is given as P of, in bracket, capital X is equals to small x is equals to N C X P raised to X into Q raised to N minus X. And again, this can be written as, that is a P of X is equals to 5CX into 2 upon 3 bracket raised to X, and here 1 upon 3 bracket raised to 5 minus X. Okay. Next, P first, the probability. At most 3 men will survive in the next 30 years. Okay, next 30 years, and therefore that is equals to P of capital X less than or equal to 3 is equals to 1 minus P of capital X greater than 3, and here that is equals to 1 minus, in bracket, P of capital X is equals to 4 plus P of capital X is equals to 5. And again, this is the 1 minus P of 4 plus P of 5. Okay. Now we substitute the values. That is equals to 1 minus P of 4 means what? 5 C4. 5 C4 2 by 3 bracket raised to 4 into 1 upon 3 bracket raised to 1. This is the first one. Next is 5C5. 5C5 2 by 3 bracket raised to 5 into 1 by 3 bracket raised to 5 minus 5, and that is equals to 1 minus, okay, 5c4. 5c4 is a 5. 2 by 3 bracket is to 4. That is a 16 upon 81. 16 upon 81 into 1 by 3 plus 5c5. That is 1. 1 by 3 bracket is to 5 minus 5, that is 0. And 2 by 3 bracket is to 5. That is a 2 raised to 5 means what? 32. And 3 raised to 5 is 243. Okay, this is. Now we'll simplify this. That is 1 minus, okay, that is a 5 into 16. That is 80 upon 81, okay, into 1 upon 3 plus 1 into 32 means what? 32 upon 243. Okay, and we have the same denominator, that is here 1 minus 80 upon 243 plus 32 upon 243, and here 1 minus 80 plus 32, and here you will get 1, 1, 2 upon 243. Okay, and therefore the after simplification 1 minus, that is 112 upon 243. You can perform this calculation with the help of the log, and I think that it comes to be 4609, and its a subtraction is a 0.5391. You can perform its calculation by using the logs. Okay, next is a hence the probability that in the next 30 years at most 3 men will survive is 0.5391. Okay, this is the answer. And you can see this, the number of the men who survive the next 30 years. Probability 2 by 3, Q, value of the Q, X follows the binomial distribution, NP, N is equals to 5, P is 2 upon 3. This is the formula. What is at most 3 men will survive next 30. That is, P of capital X is less than or equals to 3. Then how to find out it? 1 minus P of capital X is greater than 3. म्हणजे आपल्याला 4 and 5 is फक्त find out करायची आहे. Substitute the values, you will get the answer. Now the next question is, each of the total 5 questions in a multiple choice examination has 4 choices, only one of which is correct. A student is attempting to guess answer. The random variable capital X is the number of questions answered correctly. What is the probability that the student will give at least one correct answer? Okay, now Let us solve this. Let capital X is equals to number of questions answered correctly. Okay. What is the P? P is equals to probability of giving correct answer. Giving correct answer. Therefore, P is equals to 1 upon 4. Therefore, Q is equals to 1 by 1 minus 1 upon 4, and that is equals to 3 by 4. Okay, that is, we have given that each of the 5 questions in multiple choice, 4 choices are there. The students are attempting to guess the answers. The random variable capital X is the number of questions answered correctly. What is the probability that the student will get at least one correct answer? The probability of giving the correct answer is 1 by 4, and Q is 1 minus 3 by 4. Means what? 3 incorrect and एकच correct. Only one answer is correct one. Given here, n is equals to 5. Therefore, X follows the binomial distribution 5 and 1 by 4. The value of n is 5 and P is 1 by 4 because total questions are 5. Okay. The PMF, the probability mass function, PMF of X is given as, okay, that is a P of capital X is equals to small x is equals to n Cx P raised to x into Q raised to n minus x. That is, P of x is equals to 5 Cx 1 by 4 raised to x. Next is a 3 by 4 bracket raised to 5 minus x. Okay. And here, that is P. What is the probability? At least one correct answer. At least one correct answer. That is equals to P of capital X is greater than or equal to 1. मग कशी फाइंड आउट करायची probability? That is P of 1 minus P of capital X is equals to 0. हे सर्वच फाइंड आउट करण्यापेक्षा त्याचा कॉम्प्लिमेंटरी फाइंड आउट करणं. 1 minus P of capital X is equals to 0. And here 1 minus P of 0. Now substitute the values. That is 1 minus 5C0 1 by 4 raised to 0 and 3 by 4 bracket raised to 5 minus 0. Okay. And now simplify this. That is equals to 1 minus 1 into, this is 1, and 3 by 4 bracket raised to 5. 3 by 4 and it's a bracket raised to 5. And overall you will get here 1 minus 3 by 4 bracket raised to 5. That is 3 raised to 5 means what? You will get 243 upon 1024. That is a 4 raised to 5 means what? 2 raised to 10, and we know its value 1024. And after simplification you will get 1024 minus 243, and this whole divided by 1024, and that is equals to 781 upon 1024. Okay, and this is the required probability. That is equals to 781 upon 1024. At least one correct answer. Okay. Now the next question. Now the next question is, let the probability mass function of random variable capital X be. P of x is equals to 4cx, 5 by 9 bracket raised to x, and 4 by 9 bracket raised to 4 minus x. X is equals to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Find E of x and the variance of x. This question asked in the March 15 examination. Now let us start the solution. Okay. The first is the PMF of random variable capital X is, what is that? P of x is equals to 4cx, next is a 5 upon 9 bracket raised to x, and 4 upon 9 bracket raised to 4 minus x, and the value of x is a 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, comparing with here, comparing this with comparing this with the required formula. What is that? P of x is equals to NCX into P raised to x into Q raised to n minus x. Okay, then we get if we compare it, then what are the values of P? P is 5 by 9, Q is 4 by 9. Okay, the value of n is 4. Therefore, here n is equals to 4. If we compare it, n is equals to 4. P is equals to 5 upon 9. Q is equals to 4 upon 9. Okay. Now, expected value. What is that? E of x. E of x is equals to NP. What is the value of n? N is a 4. P is 5 upon 9. And that is equals to 20 upon 9. And if we calculate it, you will get 2.22. Okay. This is the value of E of x. Next is a variance of x. Variance of x is equals to n p q, that is equals to 4 into the value of p is 5 upon 9 and q is 4 upon 9. Okay, and that is equals to 80 upon 81. 80 upon 81, and that is equals to 0.9876. Okay, and hence the answer, hence E of x is equals to 2.22. Okay, and variance of x is equals to 0.9876, and in this way, this is very simple questions, and we have completed up to the question number 14, okay, of 13, 14, and we'll see in the next video. Till then, goodbye.